Looks like everybody has one. Okay. Mr. Meyer, State may proceed with opening statement.
Thank you, Your Honor. May it please the court, defense counsel. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury. If you don't come kill her, you a MF bitch. These are her words to her son, Keith Agee. And that's exactly what he did. It all started August the 11th in the morning, 2023. Keith Agee, her son, received a phone call from a health clinic. That health clinic told him he had tested positive for an STD. He begins texting his mother, who's at work in Pensacola at the Home Depot. He's blaming the mother of his child, Brooklyn Sims. Brooklyn and Sheila Agee work together. They work for an inventory company. They're based out of Alabama. They were here in Pensacola on that Friday to do inventory at the Home Depot on Davis Highway. Keith Agee gets himself worked up and gets mad about getting an STD. He decides he's going to kill her, kill Brooklyn. Originally, he was going to wait until they got home from Pensacola back to Alabama that night. She texts him. She says, "Don't shoot at my MF car. I don't want to die. Wait till I put her out." She then suggests, "If you're off work, why don't you come over here? You can do it here, where you're not in front of your child." She sends him the address to the Davis Highway Home Depot, and he is on his way. He has his pistol already, drives to Pensacola from Alabama. Just after 1 p.m., he arrives at the Home Depot. He parks next to his mother's car, walks into the Home Depot through the main door, the main entrance, walks straight to aisle 52. It's in the lighting section. This is where Brooklyn was working at the moment, doing the inventory. Walks up to her, shoots her multiple times, kills her right there, aisle 52, just like he said he would. He runs out of the store, gets back in his car, leaves the Home Depot, gets on Davis Highway, throws his pistol out of the window, calls 911, parks his car, and he's taken into custody at the movie theater on Bayou Boulevard. Now, when Keith Agee was arrested, he had his cell phone. Law enforcement did what is known as a forensic download, where they plug it in and they take all the information on the phone off of it. In it, they find the text between himself and his mother. The police get her phone when they go to arrest her for being a principal to murder. They do the same forensic download on her phone. They find the text messages, but on her phone, she had deleted them. Now, you're going to get to see all the text and hear all the communications between the two. There's much more. You're also going to get to see the surveillance from the Home Depot. Now, the surveillance video doesn't have a camera shooting down aisle 52. But from the surveillance video, you will see Sheila Agee prior to the shooting and what she's doing. You will see her son come through that main entrance. You will see him running out after. You're also going to hear from the Florida Department of Law Enforcement. You're going to hear from their firearms examiner. And he will testify, or she will testify, that all 7 shell casings found on aisle 52 that day matched that pistol found on Davis Highway. You're also going to hear her son's DNA, Keith, was on that pistol. Now, this trial should move relatively quickly. I anticipate you're going to hear from just under 20 witnesses. A lot of the evidence you're going to hear is regarding Keith Agee. And that's because we have to prove first that Keith Agee committed first-degree premeditated murder. The evidence will show that Keith Agee committed first-degree premeditated murder of Brooklyn Sims. He was the trigger man. Sheila Agee is charged with being a principal to first-degree premeditated murder. We talked about it yesterday, if you remember, principles. And the judge is going to instruct you on this. If the defendant helped another person commit a crime, then the defendant is a principal and must be treated as if she had done all the things the other person did if the state proves beyond a reasonable doubt two things. One, the defendant intended the crime to occur, and two, the defendant did some act or said some word which was intended to and did incite, cause, encourage, assist, or advise the other to commit the crime. Let me repeat that. Incite, cause, encourage, or assist the other person to commit the crime. To be a principal, the defendant does not even have to be there when the crime is committed. The evidence will show that Sheila Agee knew and intended for Brooklyn Sims to be killed. And through her actions and through her texts, she did